I'm going to say something, bro. Whether you want to believe this or not, you can set your mind to something and achieve it. I know that sounds crazy, right? Oh, I can do something? See, the beauty of what it means to be a man is that we innately, instilled in us, are designed to conquer, win, build, create, be. But in this modern world, well, just look at the state of men. Even just look at the state of your life. Weak, afraid, not staying true to your word. You have no honor, no diligence. You're not a young man that's about it. Porn, ooh, that's got you by the neck. Video games, that's where you spend all your time. Drugs and alcohol, that's what you do every weekend. Tired, so you're lazy all day. Come on, man. We're living amongst the easiest time ever. And with the greatness that this world has kind of produced for us, it's come at a cost. And it's come at a cost of your own life. Really think about it. The world that we live in has truly become easy in so many ways. Now, don't get me wrong. There's things that are hard. There's things that you've been through, things that you've overcome. And yeah, life has not always been the easiest. But compared to what it was, it's easy. But with it becoming immensely easy, young men like you, like so many others, including myself back in the day, have become so weak. Because it's only through hard times, difficulties, that men truly become strong. I want you to understand something, bro. Grit and resilience, alongside willpower, determination, everything. If you're a young man that truly wants anything in his life, then you must bestow those characteristics inside of you. Because without grit, resilience, determination, will, drive, power, you won't be able to achieve anything. Now, we're going to speak about 3 key ways to truly build up this grit and resilience inside you so that you can conquer this world. But I want you to understand something. It's going to sound funny, right? Let me explain what grit and determination is first, bro. So, grit and resilience. Try to think about it. Grit in the simplest form. What is it, bro? Come on, what is it to be a man with grit? You've got grit inside you. I'll frame it this way. It's simply to stay committed. That's it. If you're a young man that's got some grit in him, well then you've got that goal, and whatever comes your way, you're out the way, you're figuring it out, you bob and weave, you push everything to the side because, well, you've got grit. Alongside that, bro, resilience. I truly believe that these 2 characteristics right here, right? This is what you need. Because resilience, if we put it in its simplest form, is to, let's just say, get back up. Right? Because life is going to come at you from every single way, bro. And it might already have. You might have lost a family member. You might have got dumped. Something might have happened, bro. You've been hit with some illness or this or that's happened. And see, in this modern world, we truly have been weakened by technology, by the message that's been told. Open up about your feelings and try to attach yourself to some reason why you're depressed and anxious, and then cope by getting on some medication or sitting at home and doing nothing. Like, there's been so many cop-outs, and with the cop-outs, it's allowed our generation to become the weakest. Because what I want you to understand, if you're a young man that's got just those 2 things, grit and resilience, the world becomes easy to navigate. Because, well, I like to frame it this way. You're a young man that's about it. See, what I want you to understand is, if you don't have grit, if you don't have resilience, when something comes your way, or when things start getting a little too hard, what happens is you go back to the same way that you've been living for your whole entire existence. See, what I want you to understand is, there are genuine cycles that we go through in life. Understand this, right? You can have an upward cycle that truly builds you to have the life that you want. Success. To have everything that you want. To be the man that you want to be. But then you can also have a downward cycle. And to be honest, I don't think that there's a middle ground. I don't think that there's truly stagnation. There is to some degree. You can throttle just a little bit. But ultimately, you're either winning or you're losing. You're either going up, you're either going down. And what I want you to understand is, the spiral has become so ridiculous. The cycle, you're losing to literally the dumbest things in the world. See, what's wrong with our generation is that we're all addicted to porn. Let's go video games, being lazy, junk food. Like, there's so many things, drugs, alcohol in that, right? And what I want you to understand is, okay, if you were truly, let's talk about this for a sec, bro. If you were truly to sit down on a chair, right, and look at what was defeating you, and on the other chair there was a packet of chips, a laptop playing some porn, it was a video game console, it was just all this pathetic stuff. You're a young man that's 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old. Look at what's destroying you. Truly, like, envision this, bro. Pretend you're sitting in a dark room and there's a light on you and there's a light on the things on the other chair that's defeating you. A packet of chips is defeating you. Being lazy is defeating you. The internet is defeating you. Like, come on, man. Really let that sink in. Drugs and alcohol is defeating you. The boys, going out on the weekends defeating you. Come on. So, what I want you to understand is, bro, the things that are truly weakening our generation is so stupid. It's proper stupid. Here's the beauty, though. And we're going to speak about me, but I'm going to tie it back to you, bro. Before I give you these 3 points that will change your whole life, is that, let's say this is my story. But actually, this is your story. See, my life growing up was extremely hard. And I suffered immensely. I lived the life of a 1%er, bro. If not like a 0.1%, right? I grew up in the ghetto. Extremely poor. My father left and it was chaos growing up. In my household, imagine this. No father, because he left because he was an alcoholic. 3 sons. My mum had 3 sons. Father left. Growing up in the ghetto. The ghetto that we grew up in was destined for us to fail because everyone that we knew, grew up with, was either using drugs. I mean, that was the whole vibe, like drugs and low socioeconomic and fights and crime and it just being so bad. The life in front of us, it was the life that we all took. And I'll kind of just leave it at that. I'll speak about myself, but think about it, bro. I have 2 older brothers with no father growing up in that life. You could imagine the kind of problems that transpired because of the environment and the lack of a father figure and growing up so poor. My life took a turn for the worse, though. At 16 years old, I started abusing drugs. 4 years of my life, I just abused drugs. Through high school, even through university for a bit. Drugs. To get to a point where I was a drug addict. Full on. Not like, oh yeah, I went out on the weekends and did drugs. No, like, it was my whole life. But like drugs does for everyone, it takes your soul. It takes you. You become a shell. And at the age of 20, I was a complete drug addict at rock bottom. With 2 options. I was either going to build myself up or not be here. And when I say my thoughts and how close I came to actually just going, I tell you, it was close. But I thought about my mum. I thought about everything that she had to endure. 3 sons growing up in the ghetto, the pain, trials, tribulations she went through. I couldn't do that. So, why I tell you my story, bro, is through the hard times, and I suffered immensely, not only through my difficult situation growing up, but through my own self-confidence, my self-esteem, my mental health, not only through the drugs, but even before that, I was this insecure, scared, frightened little boy, because before I started abusing drugs, I had all these family problems, because I'm a lot more younger than my brothers are. There's like an 8 and 7 year gap between us. So when I was younger, my brothers were going through it. I was this baby. Mum didn't know how to handle it. The family was crazy. The trouble that we went through. Things are alright now, bro, to a degree. So I'll say that. But life for me, I couldn't look myself in the mirror. I was afraid, insecure, hated myself. I was completely overweight as well. And then, while abusing drugs, it took me down a whole different path. Hanging with the wrong people, doing the wrong things, losing myself to drugs. Crazy. But why I tell you that, and that's really telling you like the tiniest amount, right? Your hard times, whatever you've been through, bro, regardless of how small or how bad, maybe you had a story like mine, maybe you've had worse, maybe you had it a lot easier. They've built you. to some degree, right, there is a level of grit and resilience in you. Because if you're still here, you're still breathing, you're awake, you're alive, you have conquered those demons from your past or those trials and tribulations. So whether you acknowledge it or not, there's grit and resilience in you. So you've got the key fundamentals of success and being a man in you already. Let that sink in. But so many of us don't tap into it. And like I said, I didn't tap into it for a very long time, bro. I'm 25 now. I didn't even tap into it when I started to lift myself up. It was only 2 years ago I truly started to tap into it. Maybe a bit before that. But I'll say that you've got it in you already to win. Alongside the instilled feeling of wanting to conquer, to build, create, be a man, to win. Because that's just what it means to be a man, right? It's instilled in you, bro. Back from the primal days, the hunter-gatherer days, men were strong, diligent, capable. It's in you. It's in your blood. It's in your DNA. But it's been neutered by the modern world and your own self-limiting beliefs and all this. So that was my story, bro. But relate what I said back to you. Anything that you've been through and you've overcome, you've already got some building blocks of being a strong man inside you. It's just been neutered. But we're going to tap into it. We're going to truly bring it to light again. So we're going to speak three tenets, I like to say. So the first tenet, let's just say one of three. This is the most important, and we're going to spend quite a bit of time on this because, well, it's the most important. I want you to try to think, what's the one thing that you can rely on in this world? The one thing. Try to think about it, bro. What is it? Truly think about it. You get it? Come on, the one thing. What is it? What do you have control of? Now, we'll frame it this way. You as a young man must understand that your mindset is everything. Because the mind is the one thing that you control, right? That's it. You can't control if your heart stops beating. You can't control anything about your family members. You control your own mind. And your mind controls your actions, how you think, what you say, what you do. Your mind controls everything, right? So understand this. Now, I like to frame it as this. Let's just go warrior mindset, right? Warrior mindset. Boom. Because that's what we are. We're men. We're warriors. So what I want you to understand is, bro, if you control your mindset, you can build yourself up to anyone and have anything that you want. But I will say this. Your mindset isn't just a flip of the switch. It's backed up by your actions. It's backed up by what you do, what you say, who you are. Because you can have a mindset shift, but if you're not working from every single area to truly solidify that mindset, you can kiss it goodbye. You say see you later to having a strong mindset that sets you up for success. Because unfortunately, the cold harsh truth of being a man is that you must work on every single area. Your life as a man is like bricks, and you have to have that foundation strong at the bottom to build a house, right? If the foundation at the bottom is broken or cracked or not done correctly, boom, one thing happens, you're finished, gone, you crumble, break. So your mindset is everything. Now, I've labeled it to 7 things that you truly must instill in your mindset to truly have this warrior's mindset, this winner's mindset, this mindset to be who you want, okay? So let's say the first thing, right, and it's the most important, is that you must develop your mental strength. Now, your mental strength is really, really the one thing that will set you apart from all the other young men around you. If you're a young man that's strong, shut the gates. Because what I want you to understand, we're living in this willy-nilly mindset world at the moment, bro. No one's got that discipline, that frame. No one's got that agility to be tough, to be strong, audacious. No one does, right? You don't. But it can be cultivated. And the best way to cultivate this, right? I like to look at it in this form. Is look at your hardships. Whatever you've been through, bro, utilize it. Whatever. Pain is subjective, right? You've been through something, you're still here, you've got past it. Use that to truly build up your caliber in your mind. Because that's free. You went through that shit, you didn't ask for it, but you got through it, boom. You're stronger for that. And there's probably hundreds, thousands of things that you've gone through in your life. Tap into it. What is it? But with this, what I want you to understand, with your mental strength, you can develop it by two simple things that are prerequisites of being a man anyway. It's the gym, hands down, alongside fighting. Now, we'll say this. Back in the hunter-gatherer days, primal days, the only thing that you had as a man was your physical capabilities to protect, provide, hunt, so that you could eat and survive. Think about that. Nothing's changed. If you want to be strong, the key fundamental tenets that you learn in the gym, pushing yourself, delaying gratification, consistency, showing up every day, building a body that's capable, you can only truly become strong in the gym. Where else do you learn how to truly push yourself? I'll say this also. Your mindset will be framed on how your body is. If you've got this fat or skinny fat body, it just looks yuck. You're not strong. You're not fit. You're not able. Your mind's going to have that same feeling. Your body is a reflection of your mind. You build up your body, you're going to build up your mind. You look back at your hard times, boo. That's going to give you the leverage that you need to have an iron mind. So that's the first thing, is your mental strength to develop your warrior mindset, bro. Now, I want you to understand this. Embracing difficulty. Embrace difficulty. Now, we're living in times right now where you're not doing anything that scares you. There are so many things in your life that you could start winning and building momentum in your life, but yet you're too scared to do it. Saying hi to a random person, that could be a win for you. Starting a YouTube channel could be a win for you. Doing something that you're scared to do is a massive, massive cog in the wheel of your momentum. When you start to build momentum by pushing yourself past the things that you said you couldn't do, bro, your whole frame changes. It's only through taking risk, embracing difficulty, that you build. If you're always comfort, there's no growth in comfort. There's no growth. When you get growth is when you push yourself past your perceived limits. You can push yourself through your perceived limits at the gym, fighting, but through all of the other areas of your life that you're scared of. The reason why anxiety and depression is so prevalent is because we're a generation that haven't been through hard times and we don't go through anything that scares us. Run towards things that scare you, because they will build you. You want to have a strong mind? Well, listen to what I just said. Push past your perceived limits. That's how you ironclad your mind, bro. With this, the most important thing, but this is a whole nother point, so we're just going to touch on this lightly, is that you need to be centered on a mission. And your mission is your goal. I'll say this to you right now, bro, is that without a mission, without any type of purpose in your life's going to be shit. Straight out. It is. Because when you don't have a clear direction of where you want to go, it's game over. You don't know what you want, right? So you're easily persuaded to go watch TV, to go do nothing, to go do drugs, to play video games, because there's nothing meaningful to your life. Once you truly start to focus on a mission, what it is that you've been called to do on this earth, bro, come on. How does that not already kind of amp you up to think, well, I won't be able to get distracted because I've got a mission. You're a man on a mission with an ironclad mind. You're strong. So there's a link in the description of how to figure out your mission, and we're going to touch on it just a little later, but you need to be on a mission. You need to be goal orientated. You attach your mission to your why in life, be purpose driven. Oh, come on, bro. You already know what I'm saying. So with your mission, you've got to be adaptive. This is huge. You must adapt. Life is going to come at you from so many different ways. But alongside that, you've got to be willing to do things that, are out of your creativity comfort zone. You've got to be innovative. You've got to try the things that you've been scared to do. When you are able to throw yourself into something, throw yourself in the deep end, and then you figure out how to swim, you're adapting to it, that's how you start to grow. That's how your mind starts to think, I don't know what I'm doing at this current moment, but let me try to figure it out. Be adaptable. Be able to swiftly think that, I don't know how to do this, but I will try, I'll figure it out, and if I do this, maybe I can do this, and it just starts to all synchronize together. Once you start having this mindset, I have to adapt. Your mind adapts with you to think, I'm uncomfortable, But I need to adapt. What happens when you adapt in an uncomfortable situation? You become strong. You see how it all links? So understand that, bro. You must understand that you need to build respect. And this is truly self-respect. You need self-respect because respect from the world, respect from others will all come when you respect yourself. And that's the honest truth. If you don't respect yourself, no one will respect you. The key to truly being happy as a young man, right, is to truly be a young man that can master himself. And the only way that you can master yourself to build respect is to be a man that says something and does it. To be a man that isn't a bad person. To be a man with good habits. When you build up self-respect because you're in the gym daily, you're eating clean, you're doing what you're supposed to do, that will flow through your body to the outside world and that will command respect. But not only with that, when you're truly a young man that's on his journey to respecting himself, your mind says, wow, I respect myself. So let me be strong. Let me do the things that I now thought that I couldn't do because, well, I respect myself. Your brain will say to you, you haven't been doing the things you said you're going to do, so I'm going to make you feel more scared of the things that you've already been scared of. But once you start building up this respect, your brain's like, okay, I was scared of that. But I look at all this backlog of success, or look at my life at this current moment, it's good. I'll be able to run past or run towards the thing that scares me now, and I'll overcome it or I'll beat it. So your brain will start to truly say, okay, I'm too scared of that. I won't be able to do it. That's when the anxiety, depression kicks in and the self-limiting beliefs. Or if you have a backlog of success or progress, boom, you'll be able to truly overcome anything that you set your mind to, all through self-respect. So, crazy stuff I'm putting out here, bro. Some of the most important things in your life is all framed through your mindset. It's all in here. Got a good mindset, anything, right? It's possible. Now, there's two things left of your mindset. It's emotional control. Alongside, I like this, never surrender. Okay. You got to understand that your emotions as a young man should not really hold much bearing on you. If you always place too much emotion on how you feel, you'll never get anything done. There are going to be more days that you wake up feeling like shit and tired and burnt out, but you must keep going. See, a young man that can truly, okay, I've got these feelings. What should I do with them? If you act upon your feelings, you're going to be living the exact same life that you're living right now for the next 30 years. Because your feelings will tell you, go eat that piece of cake. Go watch that YouTube video. Go play those games. Go do those drugs. So your emotions should never truly hold any bearing. But you must understand that with emotional control comes keeping yourself cool. Not losing your temper. Directing your frustration and anger to your mindset to become stronger and stronger. But not letting it out to the world by being a sus or a wimp. Or getting so angry at your parents or this or that. Like, you got to understand emotional control will set you apart from everyone else, and it will truly, truly build you to be the man that you want to be. Because, well, firstly, you'll be doing what you're supposed to do, regardless of how you feel, but then you'll also be able to control your emotions. If you want to be successful, I promise you got to have emotional control because you're going to feel the self-endured pressure and stress from building up the life that you want. You want to have money? You want to be strong? Well, it's going to come with a lot of external stress and pressure, bro. It's the truth. Emotional control. Never surrender. You can't be surrendering. You can't be quitting. You can't be giving up. The title of this video is something to do with grit, right? Without grit, like I said, nothing in your life will truly come to fruition. It won't. You must keep going. Maybe you need to reevaluate, maybe you need to strategize again, but you always must stay the course. If you don't stay the course and you quit or you start, stop, it's not quick enough. It's not good momentum. First of all, if you quit, well then you're just pathetic. You're a loser because you didn't even stay true to your word and you just gave up after what, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, a year? It's not how it works, bro. You got to stay the course 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's true. So you cannot give up. You cannot quit. You must keep going. Don't surrender. Imagine being a man that surrenders. You give birth to your children one day and you say, oh, kids, I wanted these things, but I surrendered. I quit. Let that sink in for a second, bro. So, your mindset is huge. That's why I spent so much time on that, bro. The second thing, 2 out of 3, is that you must truly keep attacking. Keep attacking. Keep attacking. Now, with this, bro, I want you to understand, we won't spend too much time on the next 2 points because they're going to truly be attached to your mindset. In life, you must keep staying the course. You got to keep attacking. See, when I say keep attacking, it means staying consistent. It means staying consistent. It means staying persistent. It means running towards. When you're a young man, you must look at everything as a battle. You gotta look at your shoes that you wear to the gym and think, okay, those motherfuckers are going on my feet and I'm going to the gym. The thing that scares you, you can't go with this comfort approach. You've got to attack it with your mission, with your goals. You have to stay persistent. You have to stay the course. Everything in your life, and like I said earlier, it's unfortunate, but the thing is, every area of your life, it must be go, 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 go. No start stopping, no quitting. If you want anything out of your life, you must continue to keep going, especially in the hard times, especially in the days that you don't feel like it. It's the truth. It's the utmost truth. You think Elon Musk, you think Thomas Edison, Michael Jordan, those are just big names that I just threw out there to make you understand. Those are all people in their lives that are like huge, right? Michael Jordan's an athlete, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, Elon Musk, Tesla. You think they didn't endure setbacks? You think that they didn't struggle? You think that they didn't go through things that were, okay, well maybe this isn't for me? No. They stayed the course. They kept on attacking. There have been literally studies, right, that have told people that had cancer, right? The ones that said, I can defeat it, I can overcome it. I'm not saying everyone has this, but like there's been studies where your brain is so powerful that, okay, I'm not going to let this get the better of me. I'm not going to let this cancer defeat me. And they got better. Or they saw higher levels of improvements where the people that gave up said, okay, this is going to defeat me. Well, they lost. Well, they died, or the cancer got worse. It's the same thing in your whole life. Use that example to think, whoa, my mind is so powerful that if I keep on attacking what it is that's destroying me, or what it is that I'm scared to do, if I just keep on attacking, if I do the things that I'm supposed to do, I'm going to be stronger for it. The benefit of you saying that you can win, that you can do, and that you keep on attacking what it is that's in front of you, regardless of how the situation is right now, you will be the man that you want to be. You will have the things that you want to have. It's truly the most key thing to becoming a man with grit, with resilience, is you just got to get back up, keep on attacking. Let that sink in, bro. Attack, attack, attack. Okay. I'm giving you boys some real heat, man. This, I promise you, will drive you to be the man that you want to be. The third thing is strengthening. This is the beautiful thing, bro. Is strengthening your core. And I don't mean core as in your six pack. I mean that you in life, as a man, cannot do anything with a fucked mind. And when I say that, right, I mean that you cannot be a man that has no peace. And I say this because, well, peace, is that spiritual? What are you talking about? If you truly focus on the external world, the pressure of this external world, from other people's opinions, what they might say, what they might think, you'll crumble. When you don't have peace within yourself, you cannot think straight. You cannot speak clearly. You cannot get the things that you're supposed to do done because, well, you can't think. You must strive to be at peace as a young man. Without peace, like I said, you'll become self-destructive. You'll keep going back into that cycle. Now, I'll say this. I found the most amount of peace by doing some things that you might call cringe or stupid. Or you might be so fried at the moment that you can't even do these things. But if you truly want to achieve peace, and peace is what you need to move and think clearly to set your life up for success, is that you must do this. The first is you should develop an I don't give a fuck mentality, right? And that's towards the external world. People thinking that you're a failure, or they're thinking about you, or you're too scared of other people's opinions. But with that, you have to start praying. You must meditate. And this might sound so simple, right? Is that you need to sleep. And when I say sleep, I don't mean sleep in all day, but I mean that you must have a good sleep routine where you're getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep. When you start praying and meditating and actually spending time by yourself, because we are never alone as humans, right? We're not alone. We're always with our phones, always with our friends, always watching someone, we're never by ourselves. When you give time back to yourself by meditating, and alongside that, praying to God, the peace that you have for your life, the way you start moving, the way you start walking, the way you start thinking is unmatched to when your mind is so distorted from the YouTube videos you've been watching, the people's opinions that you've been thinking about, from the stress that's not even things that you should be stressing about. When you find that peace, you will tenfold any amount of progress or any amount of you will tenfold your life just completely. Peace is huge. You as a young man, once this peace arrives, everything in your life will start to truly just fall into place. It sounds cringe, sounds like too crazy. But I started structuring my life as if God is always watching me and I need to make God proud. I meditate every day. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and sometimes I meditate 2-3 times a day, right? I set time for myself so that I can come back to center, come back to balance, come back to equilibrium so that I can think, so that I've spent time with God. I've spoken to Him, He's guided me, He's directed me, I've been with myself, now my mind is clear, I don't care what other people think, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm sleeping, I'm energized, I'm focused. Is that not how you need to be? The modern young man, maybe you right now, bro, you've got so much distraction and distort in your mind that you can't think straight. You're too worried about what these people might think. You're too scared to fail because of the friend that you haven't even spoke to in 5 years might think of you. Come on, bro. Seriously, think about that. So strive to have a life filled with peace. Because I will tell you this one thing, bro, is that your life, there's not really much things that's very important. You got yourself, you got your family, you got your mission, and that's it. That's truly it. What else is really that important, bro? Especially when you think about that in 30 years. Sorry, a bit longer. 60 years, 70 years. You're more than likely not going to be here anymore, bro. Seriously. But you're so worried about other people's opinions. You're stressing, you're ruining your own mental capacity to think straight because of that. So find peace. Take care of yourself. Prioritize yourself, your inner core. Strengthen yourself. Get a relationship with God. Meditate. Your life will change. I promise you it will. I wouldn't stress this point the way that I am if it wasn't so important. Now, the last thing. You want to be a man truly built that has the life that he wants. It's to be, and this isn't a point, but it's to kind of give you a reference, is that you need to be on your mission. You need to be purpose driven. You need to be purpose driven. Because I want you to look at this, right, bro? Here's you right now. Right? And here's the life that you want. Really let that sink in. Here's you today. Here's you 10 years. Let's just say that. Example. That's meant to be the trajectory of your life, right? Is somewhat, here you are now, here you are on your mission and you're purpose driven and you've got everything that you want, like life is good, right? Say that. life is not going to always be sunshine and rainbows. Life isn't always going to be easy. Like I've said, there's always going to be 1,000,001 things that come your way. Distractions, people, heartbreaks, pain, failure, setbacks. There's going to be all these things. And what I want you to understand is, if you are truly a man that's centered on his mission, so as I say, mission focused, anything that comes your way, you got a heartbreak here, you got a family member passing away here, you got all these things here, you got a mistake here, you got this here, these things, yeah, they might throw you off course. They might, have a temporary setback. But if you are not centered on your mission, understand that these things here, all these little distortions, all these little things that have happened to you, they might have hurt, they might have truly, messed you around a bit. But if you aren't centered on your mission and your mission isn't instilled in you, all this is going to set you back. And it's going to create that cycle that we spoke about before, or it's going to create that downward spiral, and it's game over. You're finished. So you must be mission centered. Focus on this end goal, this end life that you want, because it's with that anything that does come your way, you know where you're trying to go. And when the vision is clear, when the mission is instilled, when you're living out of your purpose, you're doing things because you want to do them, not for the external world, but for you, what comes true to you, and you're living your life truly trying to become the man that you want, what comes your way won't truly stop you. It won't stop you because you know where you're trying to go. So understand that you need to have those clear goals, be mission focused, be purpose driven, because when life eventually comes to you or hits you, you know at least where you're going once that storm has ended. But also, if you don't have that grit and resilience built through your mindset, you'll go back to this, downward cycle, and it'll be game over. So understand that, bro. Through your mindset, through always attacking, and through finding your peace, you will have the life that you want. I promise you. I promise you, bro. Love you, brother.